Very excited to be talking with the one and only Percy Miller, better known as Master P. And we are talking about the new docu-series, 5-part docu-series called No Limit Chronicles. It's on BET right now. It airs Wednesdays at 8 here in the Twin Cities on BET. Check it out. I saw it. It's amazing. And Master P, first of all, let me say that this is for anybody. I'm not a rapper, but for anybody, this is very encouraging. The things that you accomplish in your life, to being the biggest rapper at the time, having many rappers on your label, and then just deciding, hey, I'm going to play in the NBA on the side.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing. So congratulations on all your success, first of all. And first question, let me ask you, one of the big things that you guys talk about is your relationship with Suge Knight in the film, because you guys are both kind of rivalries at the time. I recently listened to one of Snoop Dogg's new songs. It's called Let Bygones Be Bygones, and it
Yeah.
seems like him and Suge are good now. What's your
Yeah.
relationship with Suge now?
Well, I've never had a bad relationship with Suge. It was always business. And I want people to realize, just because we two African American men doing business and we both come from humble beginnings, it always don't have to be negative. And I feel like we did a business deal. I was able to give him millions of dollars for Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg went on and had an incredible career. So I feel like that's what the message that I want to send to the world, that, yeah, all of us have differences and we think different and do different things. But when it comes to business, I feel like that's what we have to change, the narrative that African-American men can do business together. And that's what I was able to do. It was just a business deal.
And you totally revived Snoop, and he's still killing it today. So that's awesome. And one other question I have for you. I'm a father. I have 2 sons.
Yes.
Lil Romeo, one thing that's focused on in part of the documentary is, at one point you guys made a decision. He wanted to become a rapper. You made the decision to let him do it. Were you, at that time in your life, did you fear for his life being in the limelight like that? What were your thoughts going through your head when you had to make that decision?
Yeah, I told him, long as he's a good student, because all my kids are A students and they know that education come first. And when he was making good grades, and I'm like, if this is what you love, this is what you want to do, you're passionate about it, I'm gonna support you with it. You will be around us. So I feel like he made a lot of sacrifices as a young person, because it's hard to do this as a kid. And he made a lot of sacrifices. I mean, he's not the normal 10-year-old at the time. I'm like, this
No.
kid is like 20 years old, but he's 10 years old. So I let him chase his dream and his goals. He knew what he wanted earlier. And I feel like as a family, we're able to create generational wealth because the mindset that Romeo has, and God has blessed us. My other kids now go to Minnehaha, Hersey and Mercy. And we on the road constantly. We constantly in traveling right now with our Sizzle, with Brian's team, and just being in Minneapolis and being a part of that culture and that community, man. What happened to George Floyd, and watch the people unite and come together. I just feel like, man, we have been blessed to see this all sides. And you guys know I grew up in poverty, and to be able to go from having nothing to creating an empire, to not being able to sell records, to sell 100 million records, went from one fan to making millions of fans in the music industry, and putting some of the biggest artists in the world out. But being a father is the most important thing to me. And then when our family members got sick, we came back to Minneapolis and start living there. So, man, you got to be able to have a balance in life if you want to be successful, because you never know where the road is going to take you at. And keep your trust and faith in God. And I hope that people that are watching this, No Limit Chronicles on BET, we number 1 now, and people are tuning in all over the world. I just thank you guys for believing in my soldier movement. We made the world wear camouflage. We brought the bling to the game. We went from, when you start seeing this tank, we changed the game. All across the world, people start representing. And I think that's what's happening now, to where people are believing in the underdog. And if you keep working, they say in the Bible, God will make your enemies your footstool. He'll take from the wicked and give to the righteous, and doing the right thing. I mean, that's how my life has been going. So went from the music industry, the product, the Uncle P, rice, the Uncle Pete syrup, I got pancakes. They took the Uncle Ben and the Aunt Your Mama stuff off the shelves, and to be able to have my product in there is just a blessing, especially coming from poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're definitely thankful and blessed.
And another focus in the documentary is your brother C Murder, who's another rapper with No Limit, now with No Limit Forever.
Yes.
And he's actually serving time in prison right now, I believe a lifetime sentence, but it sounds like it was actually he was innocent, it sounds like. And and I know that you guys are trying to get the case dropped. What's the status there?
Well, you're guilty by your name and what you call yourself. This is an innocent man that's serving a life sentence, which is a lot of innocent people in jail until, somebody hard open up to say, let's look at all the facts. None of us is perfect. We all been through all kind of situations, but in this situation, this is an innocent man and we fighting to get him out of prison. You're going to see in a documentary what really happened. And hopefully this will open up the eyes to the people in Louisiana on the judicial system to say, let this man out of prison because he's not guilty. They had somebody that confessed to this crime. They had witnesses that they tamper with that recant their statements. So this is a process, man. And this is what we are marching for. This is what people are out for the injustice and protesting for. And this has been happening a long time. And the changes are definitely coming. I love how people came together. Even when you look in Minneapolis, it was whites, blacks, Asians, Latinos, all holding hands, walking in peace because we want change. And we're definitely bringing awareness to the injustice. And hopefully something good is going to happen real soon.
And I know you got to go, but real quick, you said you're familiar with Minneapolis. This is you mentioned George Floyd. This is where that all happened, and everybody's upset about it.
Yes.
What's the solution here? Some people are saying defund the police. Some people are saying that's going to hurt minority communities the most. What do we do going forward to fix for the solution?
I marched out there. I came to George Floyd funeral, but we have a home in Minneapolis. So my boys go to school there, and it could have been my boys. My boys go to Minnehaha, and they play basketball. So my thing with what we have to do, I tell people, we got to stop burning the blocks down and start buying them back. The only way we're going to get economic empowerment and we're going to get equality is through educating our people and having a prepared plan and the uniting together. All police are not bad. It's the ones underneath that badge that are evil and bad. They need to be incarcerated like criminals. The ones that are good need to be celebrated. We need everybody. So you're dealing with people, we're dealing with humans. And I just love how we're coming together. And I feel like something is going to happen to where we're going to build that balance and build that bridge back up together and start trusting each other again.
I couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely, totally, 100% agree with you. And I hope to run into you here in Minneapolis. Yes. And congratulations on this amazing documentary. Everybody needs to check it out, no matter what you do in your life, because it's inspiring. Master P, thank you. Twin Cities, check out No Limit Chronicles, BET Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Thank you.